Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Gutsy Guinea Pig podcast. This is another special episode of the Gutsy Guinea Pig Hour. And we have with us Joel Perez. Joel, welcome, my friend.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me on your podcast. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're not going to thank us later when we...
When you say guinea pig, right, it like evokes some like, oh, cringing.
Really? We find it really positive. We both
you
have
may never come back.
We both have pet guinea pigs. Mine's name is Jennifer, by the way.
Well, my little girl Elizabeth had a guinea pig for a while, but it didn't last very long. So that's really? the other image that gets.
Wait, Joel, hold on. Do you seriously have a guinea pig named Jennifer?
No. When no, no, that would be funny, but no, I don't. Elizabeth, our little girl who's now 10, had a pet guinea pig that she called Chocolate. And Chocolate didn't last very long, unfortunately. And so as guinea pigs go, right, that is their MO, is they don't live very long lives.
They don't last.
And so anyway, that's the other image that conjures up, right? Chocolate.
Oh my gosh. I love guinea pigs. I had two, even when I was in my early 30s.
I've had one too. When I was saying, Jennifer, when I was saying I have a guinea pig, I was slightly lying. I had a guinea pig. Its name wasn't Jennifer, but it was one of those things that after a while, it's like, the guinea pig is too much. Got to get rid of the guinea pig. Now, again, we're not going to get rid of you, Joel. We're not going to sell you.
That's good.
Or, that put you out.
Nice me, you're not getting rid of me, right?
Joel is a special guinea pig. He's not the typical guinea pig.
No, but Joel, guess what?
Yes.
Normally we have you speak, and we're going to have you speak a little bit, but I'm already assessing your speaking.
Okay.
That was a great story. That was a great story about when you were starting. Well, my daughter has a guinea pig.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have you speak some more, and let's see if things change, and maybe even touch on that a little bit. So.
All right.
I'll just have you speak for 30 seconds. And when you're done, we'll give you some feedback.
Sounds good. You just want me to launch in?
Yeah, when you're ready.
All right. Well, again, thank you, Scott and Jennifer, for having me be part of this podcast. I am really looking forward to it. As Scott mentioned, my name is Joel Perez. I'm the owner and executive coach at Apoyo Coaching. Apoyo, which stands for support for. And one of the projects I'm currently working on is beginning to write about approaching our work with a cultural humility, a posture of cultural humility. And what I mean by that is, what if we approach politics, diversity, leadership, you name it, with a posture of cultural humility, meaning that we walk into a conversation or a scenario with really our hands open to learn, instead of going in as if we were the content experts all the time. Not that we don't have expertise, but what can we learn from this situation, this conversation, instead of...
And I'm going to pause you there.
Okay.
That was great.
Stop.
It was wonderful when you shifted into what Apoyo is all about. You really settled in and became expressive. And what I want to talk about, I've got two things in mind on which to give you feedback.
All right.
The positive thing is your voice was expressive and musical when you were talking about that stuff. When I say musical, I mean it in a good way, not sing-songy, but just, it was expressive. And I loved that. What I notice, I think will take you to the next level, is you'll notice right now your shoulder orientation, right? So are you able to, there you go, square to this. Now, it's not just about the shoulders. It really isn't, but the shoulders are such an important part of it. What I would love to see you do as you speak, and I may have you go back and talk about Apoyo again, is your intention is on us. And when you say a sentence and you end a sentence, you've transferred it this direction. You kind of lean into a little bit and watch us process. Be very intentional and transferring the sentence to us. Was that clear? It's a little weird and heady, but.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think what I heard you say is, lean in a little bit, right? Straighten up, and direct what I'm saying to the audience, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joel, I'd like to add to that. Do you see my video box and you see Scott's video box? Do you see how, look at that. You already caught it. The way our webcam is positioned, you see more of our upper body.
Right.
And I would love to see more of your upper body. And you just started to play with it, which is the key there. It's adjusting the webcam. It's maybe scooting back a little bit.
Can you back up just a little?
Also, and this is something to play around with, going into a Zoom room by yourself, turning your camera on. You might need to lift or raise the laptop just a little bit. Play with that. So the more of your upper body and your hands and arms that your audience can see, it helps them to build that connection with you.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
Okay, you want to try it again?
Sure.
Okay, so now your hands are going to be a little bit in the frame, which is great. Do what you were doing. Don't think differently. What I want you to do is think transfer sentences and watch us absorb that. Be very intentional about getting it over to us.
Okay. All right. Hi, my name is Joel Perez. I am owner and executive coach at Apoyo Coaching, which stands for support for. And I want to tell you about a project I'm working on right now. I am in the process of writing my thoughts down about cultural humility. And what if we approach every situation we walk into that could eventually be tense or there's disagreement with a posture of humility, meaning we're willing.
Okay, now hold on just a second.
Okay.
That's better. I love it. The directionality. I'm feeling that I'm more important. I'm more significant in this now that you're speaking this way. I just want to ask you to do one thing.
What's that?
That sentence, that idea about, it's really about about humility. Say that again, but when you finish the sentence, pause to observe and absorb our reaction.
Okay.
Because your sentences are flowing tightly together. It's as if you're in kind of a getting words out mode, right? In that time where you hit that period tells us to process, and you can enjoy us receiving that idea because it's so great.
Well, and Joel, you did this in the previous message. There was an audible comma when you were breaking down the different areas that you support. It was really easy to listen and follow along with you. Let's try that again.
Hi, my name is Joel Perez, and I'm owner and executive coach at Apoyo Coaching, Apoyo, which stands support for. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about a project I'm working on right now. I am putting my thoughts down about the topic of cultural humility. And what if we approached every situation we walk into that may be tense with a posture of humility?
Okay, hold on. Night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day. And you know what else is happening, Joel? You are giving us that audible pause and you're removing the filler word. Because before, and you'll get to watch this recording, you would fill it with an or an
Yep.
and now you're inserting a silent pause and it's removing the filler.
That's great.
Brilliant. Can you feel that difference?
I do, yeah. And it's not the first time I've heard that, right? Because I do have a tendency to, like you said, put a bunch of words out there because I feel like I need to get it out. And when I'm much more intentional, at least for thinking about it, I will pause.
And we can feel that difference.
This is so universal. I can't tell you, this is such a foundational and universal idea that so many people talk to get words out. And what you just said was, I'm going to change to talk to get ideas in. And when you change that experience, that mode of talking, filler words go away. You just get pauses because your intention almost invites it.
That's the key. You said you want to be intentional.
Yep.
The message, and an audience can tell that immediately.
Exactly.
Really
Hey,
nice.
Joel,
Thank you.
why don't you share with the audience? You've already shared a little bit about what you do. Is there more that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I would invite folks to visit my website, apoyocoaching.com.
Spell that.
APOYO coaching.com. And what you'll find out about me is I really think that I can help clients, particularly clients that are struggling with maintaining their identity or maintaining or staying true to their salient identities in the organizations they work in. And so a lot of my clients are people of color, women of color, and women who are trying to find how to be more effective in the way they lead, either mid to senior level folks. And so I call that identity conscious leadership coaching.
Nice.
And then I also do what I introduced earlier is cultural humility coaching. And most of my clients there, I'll just be honest, are white, who are trying to figure out how to be better advocates and allies in this work of creating inclusive organizations.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you, Joel. I love your speaking pace. When it is intentional, you are very easy to follow along with.
That's great.
Really nice.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks. This has been fun. I really have enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. After all, we started saying that we might sell you or put you out in the wild,
Right.
like we do our guinea pigs, but we didn't
There you
do that.
go. That is too funny. Thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joel. And thank you everybody else for watching, and have a great week. We'll see you next week.
See ya.